Miss Will Salakia for the technical difficulties, man. We back up and running. Going to get back into these precepts, get back on track, man. We're just gonna go, we're gonna jump over there. We'll start, I guess we'll start out with Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 9.
Yeah, verse 9.
Good. Yeah, so yeah, man, there's a lot going on, man. A whole lot going on. I was gonna
Verse 9.
But right before we read that, I was gonna read those things, man. We'll touch on those a little bit. The thing about America, you got to quit thinking that America loves us, man. America does not love us, and the racism that's in this place is killing us. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be friends with our enemies and taking praying to their God, celebrating their so-called holidays and stuff. You know, letting our sons marry their daughters and our daughters marry their sons. You know what I'm saying? We're doing everything contrary to the word of the Most High. The Lord said he don't want us doing things like that. He don't want us serving other gods. He don't want us celebrating birthdays and stuff. He don't want us eating pork. He don't want us eating the things that America got on their menu. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be acknowledging the high holy days, the feast days, you know what I'm saying, Passover and things of that nature. And as far as these pastors teaching us that we should love our enemies and stuff, go ahead. I'll read that top. I think it's this lady here we read about. It's just a short little couple lines where I think she was like 92 or 93 years old. Man. You know what I'm saying? You know damn well a 93-year-old lady cannot. I mean, this lady, she ain't got nothing. She don't have no gun in her hands, even with a knife, man. I mean, a healthy man, even with a knife, 90-some-year-old person, and you got your eyes on them, they can't harm you, man. But go ahead, read that, August. It's one of the sad, and it's done got to the point where it's thousands of these type of stories right here. You know what I'm saying? And we started trying to love the oppressor. We started trying to love America and follow behind them, and be a part of them. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to people like Martin Luther King and Jesse Jackson and the dude with the perm in his hair, Al Sharpton and all of even, you know, it's crazy, bro. Seriously, man. Go ahead, read that out.
Khan. I was murdered by police officers of Atlanta's Red Dog Unit. Everybody
familiar with that, the Red Dog Unit in Atlanta. Well, maybe not everybody, but if unless you done been living under a rock, you done heard about this law enforcement. Read.
I was shot 39 times.
How many?
39 times.
They shot this lady 39 times. Go ahead.
At the age of 92.
She was shot 39 times at the age of 92, man. Imagine that. Go ahead, read.
I am Catherine Johnston. Remember my name.
This lady's name was Catherine Johnston. She was 92 and she was shot how many times?
39.
39 times. This is how many times this sister got shot, man, in her 90s. The everybody should be familiar with the first little young black boy that was executed, talking about he had raped 3 little girls or something. What was his name?
Come on, sir. His name was George Steiny.
George Steiny, man. This little boy, I think he was like at the age of 12 or something like that. The boy could have weighed no more than 90 pounds, man. You know what I'm saying? They set this boy on top of something. He was so small, they set him on some phone books and things of that nature, and they executed this boy. What they call it when they go in, they hold their little they go in there and do their verdict thing, and then they came back out. They wouldn't let the little boy parents or family or nothing come in there or nothing like that, and they executed this little boy. Man, go in and read. Is it what it was on there?
Come on, sir. George Steiny, he was 14 years old, executed June 16th, 1944.
June 16, 1944, man. 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? They put this little boy in a god doggone electric chair and unalived him, saying that he had, I think they say he had raped two girls or something like that, murdered 2 little girls or something, whatever the case may be. Now the third one, read that third one.
Come. Don't forget me. They murdered me and shot my son. Corinne Gaines, mother and hairstylist. Corinne's son, Cody, was 5 years old at the time of her death and was injured during the shooting. She was killed, Slaka. She was unalived by police.
This lady was on her way home and she got pulled over on a traffic stop. And she had her 5-year-old son in the back seat with her, and they ended up shooting and murdering this sister, man. You know what I'm saying? And then it just go on and on and on. How they did George Floyd, it was did on national television, but the officer just was sitting there with his hands in his pocket, kneeling on that man's neck. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about how so many other brothers, unarmed brothers and sisters, that was murdered at the hands of these police. And you want to tell me that racism don't matter? You know what I'm saying? You study trying to love a nation of people that don't give a damn about you, man. America do not love black people. You know what I'm saying? And we just need to wake up and realize that, man. We need to wake up and realize that following up behind this Christianity and this Islam and all these different doctrines and religions and these pastors and stuff, all this nonsense that failed so-called black people in America. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, all right?
No, if I could, sir, what you saying is so heavy because we're in the time now that is going to ramp up because we can't see what they see. They see themselves losing this country.
Good.
We don't see that. We so focused on the NBA playoffs and the draft and how to get the next bag of money. These people sitting back and they're realizing that their kingdom is crumbling. And the only people that they're going to be looking to take it out on is us.
Right. And what's super crazy about that is we outnumber them, blacks, Hispanics, and it's a lot of us. And it's not nowhere in history has been recorded that we reared up and decided to go out and take vengeance out on them people by catching some of them and doing what they do to our brothers and sisters.
Right.
You ain't never read a story where 10 black men got together and went and caught oppressor and strung them up in the tree for the things that they have been doing to our people. You know what I'm saying? We are more civilized than they are, man. Them people, you want to know who the real savage is? You want to know who the devil in the Bible is? It's the oppressor, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to stop thinking that these people want to be with you and love you and stuff. Even when we done voted and our people have been voting and everything. Joe Biden is as racist as hell. Donald Trump, he want to make America great again. Every president that you've ever had in that White House has never done nothing for black people.
Right.
Nothing. Ain't nothing. The only thing we've been getting is oppression. You know what I'm saying? Now we got our sisters. You know what I'm saying? Y'all being used as a tool to come against black men. If you think about it, it's nowhere on the internet where you'll see an African woman, a Chinese woman, or a European woman, none of this stuff, where they talking about their men, how they can do without them, or they don't need them. And black women are the only women that's running around putting their business out there, airing out their business, talking about black men ain't no good, you can raise their kids without a black man and all this other nonsense. Right. And all that stuff need to quit, man. Seriously, you know what I'm saying? You sisters that's out there spreading that virus like that and trying to poison the minds of all other sisters because you're a bitter woman that don't have a good taste in men, and every man you ever been with done dogged you out. That's just, you got to look within yourself. You know what I'm saying? The sisters in the Isupk, you know what I'm saying? They came in this truth with their husbands or whatever the case may be, or came in the truth and found a husband, you know what I'm saying? And you got to realize that sex is marriage.
Right.
And you can't just be walking around you got one woman got 6 kids with 6 different men. And all 6 of them on child support.
Right.
Stuff like that. Come on, man, it's crazy. But let's get into these precepts, man.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying? I tell you what, instead of just jump over to Deuteronomy 28 and 9 right quick.
Come, sir. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 9. The Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he hath sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God and walk in his ways.
And that's something that we do not do. We do not keep the commandments of the Lord thy God and walk in his ways. You know what I'm saying? You want to do everything but that. You just refuse to turn your life around and come up out to those Christian churches and out of the mosques and all these the synagogues and the Catholic churches and everything else. You want to keep on living the lifestyle that you living in and praying, asking God to wondering why we're in the condition that we're in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the Lord clearly stating and showing that all through the Bible where he will fight the battle for us. But we just need to turn back to him and have faith and believe in him and serve him and quit serving these other gods and stuff.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord said he shall establish thee to be a holy people unto himself. But he's saying that he wants us to separate ourselves from these people, man. He don't want us to keep doing what we're doing. It's time to change your way of thinking. It's time,
Right.
it's time to stop living like we living, man, and eating and treating each other like we treat each other, and stop trying to love these oppressors, man. America this is not our home. You know what I'm saying? And we see that all these wars and stuff going on. You see what's going on in the earth. Ain't no way in the heck you see these people, when you look at the television and you see that situation going on between them Israelis and them Pakistanians, but when they have them on the news talking to them, what I see blue-eyed devils. That's what I see. You know what I'm saying? I see our oppressors lying like they the real Jews, murdering and killing, and they doing it because they want that land. They doing it because they murder them, man, like they've been doing ever since they had brought our people over here. Same thing they doing right there. They was doing down south, doing to our people, man. Right. Racist as hell, racism, hatred. You know what I'm saying? Bigotry. You know what I'm saying? They don't know no sense of value of life other than themselves, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I do not understand how we can keep going in the direction that we going. And people study so many truth is out there. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, read out.
Come, verse 10. And all people of the earth shall see that thou art called, and they shall be afraid of thee.
The Lord said these people would become afraid of us if we was to turn back to these law, statutes, commandments, and serve the Most High.
That's right.
In spirit and in truth, man. And quit you and come on, man. The hell with these pastors. They ain't nothing but greedy dogs that all they care about is driving nice, living good, and getting a fat bank account. You know what I'm saying? All the resources that's in the black communities are being drained out to these other nations. These other nations are in our black neighborhoods with these restaurants and these stores and getting rich off of us. They taking our strength from us. They taking our resources and our power from us because of the politicians, because of your pastors. You know what I'm saying? It's being allowed because we will follow the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's time for us to wake up and realize, man, it's enough is enough. Enough is enough, man. It's time for us to wake up. Go ahead, Doc.
No, what you just said was so heavy because they own all the liquor stores and stuff in our neighborhoods too. So a few days ago I stopped at the store and I'm in there, I'm getting me a beer or whatever the case, and a brother in there, he comes in the store all the time playing the lottery or whatever. Mm-hmm. So the two people that they was speaking their own language, talking amongst each other. And the brother said, man, what y'all talking about? And the other one turned to him and said, man, shut up and mind your business.
What?
Shut up and mind your business. And this was an elderly brother. And the brother just stood there and shut up and mind his business. And the first thing came to my mind was that, okay, we already up in here. They getting all this money from us. And then you want to sit up here and you think because they smile and talk to you nice and take your money every day, you think they your friend.
Right.
And soon as they was talking amongst each other and you butted in, they told you, man, shut up and mind your business.
Right.
Just like that.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And another thing, if you pay attention when you go into a lot of these stores, a lot of these people, they'll take your money, but when they hand you your change, they don't even want to touch your hand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And there's just little subtle things if you pay attention. You know what I'm saying? And it don't make no sense, man. These people are taking all the resources out of the black neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? And don't have no respect for you. Don't have no respect for you. The man, the woman, the kids, or nothing. But they'll sleep with them black women. You know what I'm saying? And like the brother just brought out, they don't have no respect. How in the hell are you gonna keep trying to love every guy doggone body? The Bible even says in the scriptures that, man, don't trust your enemy. You know what I'm saying? That the hell with them smiles and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Jump over, let's go. The Lord said that the Lord would put us on top, man, if we was to turn back to these laws, statutes, commandments. All through civilization, when the Lord used Moses to bring the children of Israel out of Egypt, the Lord was fighting that battle. Moses was a representative of the Most High.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord brought all sorts of plagues and death and everything else to them Egyptians. The Lord fought that battle as long as they keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? If we was to serve the Lord the way the Lord wants us to serve him by keeping these law, statutes, and commandments, the Lord would, a lot of things would change for us. For under command of General Hunter, the first thing we have to do is you got to come about them churches, man. You got to quit listening to the lies of these pastors. These pastors have did nothing but help destroy the black community and get rich while they doing it. Right. That's all they have done, man. Let's jump over to Parker for Judah 5:20. But we'll back it up a little bit. We'll go up a little bit. Probably around 15 or something like that. 15 or 16.
Trying to work on, sir. Right here. This is the book of Judah, the Apocrypha, chapter 5 and verse 15. You want to start it?
Yeah, I think that'll be okay.
Chapter 5 and verse 15. So they dwelt in the land of the Amorites, and they were destroyed by their strength, all them of the Esbon. And passing over Jordan, they possessed all the hill country. They possessed all the hill country. Verse 16. And they cast forth before them the Canaanite and the Pharisite and the Jebusite and the Sakimite.
That's close enough.
And all the Jerusites, and they dwelt in that country many days.
So what it's talking about is the children of Israel, how the Lord, as long as you keeping the law, statutes, commandments, the Lord will fight the battles for us and give us the strength to beat nations.
Right.
You know, this is a lot of, I guess I would say this is a lot of those African nations. And we was trapped. And by us keeping the law, statutes, commandments, the Lord was giving our people the power and the strength to be able to be great warriors and to defeat these other nations. Same thing gonna have to happen here, because this oppressor that's over us, man, he think he's invincible.
Right.
He think he's above the Most High. You know what I'm saying? His pride is, the scripture says his pride is up way up there in the stars. You know what I'm saying? He think he want to be God. That's why they made that picture of Caesar Borgia and hung it up on the wall. Want people to pray to them. You know what I'm saying? The average person, when you call yourself a Christian, you grow up in these Christian churches, and you've been going to church your entire life, you won't admit it, but you know damn well when you be praying and stuff, you picturing the face of the oppressor.
Right.
You think that's who you pray to, man. That blue-eyed, long blonde hair guy that was on your grandmama's wall. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's a lie. It's a lie, and it's destroying us. You know what I'm saying? The God that we serve, you can't do what you want to do. You can't just keep sinning. You can't keep thinking that you could be a sinful person and just keep running back to him and asking him to forgive you. In the Bible, it said, for those who willfully sin, there's no more sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep on doing the same old wicked things and keep asking the Lord to forgive you. You're going to pay for those sins. You can believe that. But go ahead and read some more.
Verse 17. And those they sin not before their God, they prosper, because the God that hated iniquity was with them.
The Lord hated iniquity, man. Iniquity is sinning breaking these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
If you're breaking these laws, statutes, and commandments, you can quit. You can pray all you want. The Lord is ignoring you. He's not listening to none of your prayers. If you smoking, sleeping with somebody else's wife, eating shrimp, crab, lobster, and pork and stuff, you celebrating your birthdays, you celebrating all these old wicked holidays and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You're doing every abominable thing that's under the sun, and you think the Lord listening to your prayers when you go to him.
Right.
You out your doggone mind, man. The Lord ain't listening to that. Go ahead, read.
Come on, verse 18. And when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs. And the temple of their God was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemy.
This is what you got coming in when you're not following them laws, statutes, commandments. You don't got, the Lord is not with us. He is not with us. You out here doing all kind of wickedness, and you think it's harmless. You think you could just cook all kind of abominable things and eat anything, and you're gonna pray over it, and the Lord gonna bless it.
Right.
You think you can go out and sell drugs to your people, or try to be conceited and conniving and doing anything to come up off your own people and don't care about the poor, and you know, you just doing all kind of crazy, ain't following none of the law, statutes, commandments.
Right.
You putting up Christmas trees and stuff. You celebrating all the holidays. You just doing everything that the Bible said don't do. You being contrary to that, and you think the Lord listening to your prayer. This tells us that when you keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, the Lord is on our side.
That's
the
right.
Bible, it tells us that. But when you're not keeping these laws, statutes, commandments, the Lord ain't with us. So therefore, that's telling you that these pastors have failed God's people. Because your pastor doing the same thing you do. You're doing the same thing that your pastor doing. Your pastor celebrating holidays and stuff.
Right.
Your pastor, when his birthday come around, he looking for envelopes full of money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or trips to Bahamas and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? When these holidays come around, his wife in the damn kitchen cooking ham and got ham hocks in the greens and got a big old ham in the stove, turkey, and all this rest is doing the same thing everybody else on the entire planet is doing. And you want to say that God, you got a relationship with the Most High. Come on, man. Why do you think our children, why do you think our young men and our young children are being murdered in the streets the way they're being murdered in the streets today?
That's right.
Ask yourself that. Ask yourself, why do our young women act like whores today? And our young men are acting like sodomites, walking around with their clothes, pants and stuff down off their butts. So quick to murder one another and everything else. The women, our young women got a real masculine spirit on them. No respect. We're at a point in life where these kids don't have no respect for their own parents and things of that nature. Then you got these other nations killing us like we animals, man. You know what I'm saying? The so-called oppressor woman, that wench, I mean, come on, man. It's because of her that people like Emmett Till is dead. These so-called Karens, this stuff ain't just started happening. These so-called oppressive women, this European woman done been pointing her finger and been lying ever since our people been over here. Millions of black men have died because of the lie of a white woman, man.
That's right.
And now our brothers, they doing everything they can to sleep with them. Come on, man, stop it, man. It's time to wake up, man, and realize that that's not what the Lord wants us to do. That's not how he wants us to live. The Lord wants us to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. And when you're not doing so, that's why we don't have no armies. We don't have no land. You know what I'm saying? You give a nigga a car and tell him to take it home, where you going to take it? Park it on the streets of Chicago in front of that apartment. We don't got no land. We don't have no land. We don't have no property. We don't have no nothing. We don't have nothing here, man. And the few people that do good, that's okay. But I'm talking about the multitudes overall. Dog it. We don't have no shoe factories, clothing factories. We don't have anything. We don't have no grocery stores. We don't have no hospitals. We don't have anything. Our kids been taught lies consistently, daily, all the time. First thing they want to teach our children is about slavery.
Right.
They're still teaching our children that Christopher Columbus discovered America.
Right.
How the hell did this man discover America when he got here? People already here. Come on, man, stop. It's time to wake up, man. Go ahead, read out. This Bible said that if we do not, the Lord has let the enemy destroy us because we won't keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Read.
Come, verse 19. But now are they returned to their God and are come up from the places where they were scattered and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate.
And thank the Most High for a brother named Commander General Hunter. Thank the Most High for all the generals, the captains. Is because from the leadership of Commander General Hunter, our people are the truth is out here. And a lot of our people are starting to wake up. And we need more of y'all to wake up, man, because we got World War III right around the corner. Right. All hell is about to break out on this earth, man. You see the destruction. You see the wars going on. It's like this year, so many tornadoes done hit and destroyed neighborhoods down south and in different communities. It was over the weekend. I'm watching. It's like I don't want to lie. I think they said like 17 tornadoes struck. Touchdown. And I mean, they was ripping up some places, ripping up the whole neighborhoods, man. You got to realize, man, Mother Nature ain't got nothing to do with that. That's the temple of the Most High.
Right.
No, that's the Lord destroying this place, trying to wake us up and make us realize we need to separate from these people, man, and come together. Now, according to the scripture, now right here it said that, but now they were returned unto their God, and are come from the places where they were scattered. And it's like we just had the Passover. Our brothers come from all over.
Right.
We met up in one spot. We came from all over and met up over there in North Carolina, man. They had us Passover. And it was glorious. It was glorious, man. I'm being honest with you. It was an amazing thing. And it's something that every black person alive need to try to experience. Bring your whole family, man. Go ahead, read.
Come, verse 20. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
Now this is a military might. If I'm not mistaken, I listened to Officer IG teach this one time, and I think he said this was like either the Chinese or the Japanese army. You know what I'm saying? And they military might. They was watching as the Israelites was traveling through. They was watching them, and this particular person know about the Israelites, and he know about the God that they serve, and he had enough sense to realize that if these people not sin, if they not sinning, they don't have no iniquity in their camp, the Lord will be on their side. But right here it said, if they have sinned against their gods, they would be able to overcome us. And it's the same thing right now today, right? Right. These people that know that who we are, they know that we're not serving our gods. Therefore, they just doing whatever they have in their way with us. But as we wake up and turn back to the Most High and keep his law, statutes, commandments, guess what'll happen? Go ahead, read.
Come. Verse 21. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
And guess what? These people that's running this place in America, they're going to become a reproach for all the world.
Damn right.
Watch and see at the hand of the Most High.
That's right.
We don't have to lift no guns. We don't have to try to go into no warfare, none of that stuff. The only thing the Lord requires of us is that we turn back to him and keep these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
That's what the Lord requires of us, to turn back to him and love him and by keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments, and he gonna take care of the rest for us. He'll give us the power that we need to overcome all these other nations that's ruling over us right now. You know what I'm saying? But until we stop living the way we living and acting the way we act and carrying on the way we carrying on, ain't nothing gonna change. You can believe that. I'm telling you, you can do all the praying you want to do. You could whatever you want to do it. Keep going to church every Sunday, running laps and all that other stuff, getting baptized in water, speaking in tongues, that gibberish and all that nonsense, thinking that God listening to you because when you was growing up, you saw certain miracles, the Lord revealed to you in certain ways and stuff. Now you just so goddamn stuck on Christianity. You too stupid to realize that ain't for us. You know what I'm saying? What it's time to come into the school and be held accountable for your actions and be taught how to fight your demons off. Learn how to live your life in pleasing the Most High, and stop trying and take your spirit out of America and stop trying to love this place.
Right.
That's what time it is, man. Quit trying to love America, because America don't love us. It don't, man. And it's gonna get to a point where these people are gonna really start really killing us. You want to know what a KKK at? When you go downtown into these big old business offices and stuff like that, and you walk your black butt in some of them Fortune 500 buildings and stuff, them people see you. Every eye in them buildings is on you if you're a so-called black man or black woman in them buildings. You know what I'm saying? Them judges, these police officers, these so-called businessmen and all this other stuff. They done took off them white robes and white caps and stuff and put on suits and ties, man. You know what I'm saying? You just and because these pastors, man, you just stupid. You just dumb. You just don't want to hear the truth. You refuse to hear the truth. You refuse to open your eyes and turn back to the Most High. For some reason, why, I don't know why it's so hard to do, when all you got to do is turn on the news or do some research and look how these people killing our people, man. Ain't nowhere in the hell a 93-year-old woman should be shot 14 or 15 times. There's nowhere in the hell that police officers should pull a gun and shoot an unarmed black woman and her child is in the backseat of the car and she's not physically threatening to them. She might have a smart mouth, you know, don't know how to shut her mouth, doing what black women like to do, how they flip lip, but she still didn't deserve to be murdered.
Right.
How many more of our brothers and sisters like this have been murdered, unarmed brothers and sisters murdered at the hands of these racist police officers? You mean to tell me that it's nothing to go on the internet and watch how these people going down feeding alligators and crocodiles, playing with damn hyenas, lions, bears, playing with all these wild animals and stuff, but when it comes to us, they just get they scared to death of us. Come on, man, stop it, man. It's time for our people to wake up, man, seriously. Let's jump down to go to Galatians chapter 1 and verse 8. Galatians chapter 1 and verse 8. That's right there. You know what I'm saying? Our people have been going to these churches their entire lives, man, and you've been lied to over and over again. You got people like Creflo Dollar. He pretty much done started changing precepts. He changing the Bible around where he changing different words in the Bible and stuff. You got these Catholic priests and stuff. They are known for changing, tampering with the Bible and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures, the Lord said that heaven and earth will pass away before one word or one jot or one tittle in the word of the Most High should be tampered with. You know what I'm saying? You got Galatians 1 and 8.
Come on.
Go ahead, read it.
Come. The book of Galatians, chapter 1 and verse 8. But thou, we, or an angel from heaven, preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed.
Let him be a what?
Accursed.
Listen, man, these laws, statutes, commandments was not nailed to the cross with Yahushua Mashiach. You cannot be saved by grace. You know what I'm saying? You cannot, the laws, statutes, commandments have not been done away with. The Father gave Moses these laws, statutes, commandments and demanded that he give them to the people that he care about. And this book right here that we got right here before us, this is our way up out of this hell that we're living in right now. You cannot say that when Christ was nailed to the cross, now you don't believe in the Old Testament no more.
Right.
You don't have to. You saved by grace. You don't have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments and all this other nonsense. You can eat whatever you want to eat and things like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it go, man. You know what I'm saying? These scriptures say what at the end of there? Preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let he be accursed. So that means these preachers, they accursed. They're gonna be accursed. The Lord is gonna punish them because They greedy dogs. They wolves in sheep clothing. They're liars. They're deceivers. They greedy. They getting paid. They taking money from these politicians to turn a blind eye to allow things to happen in the black community that should not be happening. Go ahead, huh?
So like it, sir, that's how you see it's heavy what you bringing out, because it's like it's like they purposely ignoring what how the Lord making an example of TD Jakes right now. Like he made an example of Eddie Long years ago with the whole alternative lifestyle. So now he's making an example out of TD Jakes, and people just refuse to believe that this is the Lord exposing these guys.
That's right.
They just refuse to believe it. Like I was having a conversation with a sister earlier today, and she was telling me on her job that, you know, the women up in there, you know, passing out some pamphlet or some Christian stuff or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the sister made a smart remark that was passing the pamphlets out, talking about some, because you know a lot of people don't accept these because a lot of people don't believe in God. So, you know, like I told the sister, I said the problem with Christians is that they don't believe in God. They believe in Christianity.
Right.
Christianity is their God.
Right.
The God in the Bible, they don't believe in the God in the Bible.
Right.
They want to fight with that. And this because this was ingrained in our brains as we was little. Just accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, and everything is everything.
Mm-hmm.
So the times we in now, they're in a panicking state. We not panicking up in there because we know the truth, but they panicking. So to me, it just seemed like they trying to tell themselves they believe in God to try to really think that now something magical gonna happen where they can understand what's going on.
Right.
And that's not the case.
Right.
You've been believing a lie this whole time, like you brought out earlier, and now you're starting to panic.
Cool.
And you're trying to say, right, because you know, I believe in God. Like, just because you say it, don't make it so.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? And she was like, wow, I ain't even think of it that way. I said, that's what it is.
Cool.
Because they want to do what they want to do. How, like you just said it, you can't do what you want to do. And that's so crazy that we want to do what we want to do and suffer the consequences of the results. And then, like you said, turn around and then think you praying to God.
Right. That's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
You're not listening to them, your prayers. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? That's so heavy what you're bringing out. As a matter of fact, let's jump over to 1 Peter 3:12 right quick. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is not listening to these. He's not even listening to y'all pastors. You think the Lord ain't that man ain't getting no prayers through, man. I don't care how soft-spoken, how mild-mannered, and how clever he think he is up there. Charismatic, what they say? Charismatic and all that stuff. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. That nigga is a sinner. He's a greedy dog, and he don't have a relationship with the Most High. And he gonna die. He's going to die in this war when the Lord come back. And if you don't change your ways and come to the school and you keep following that Christianity, the same thing gonna happen to you too. Right. It's simple as that. 1 Peter 3:12. Jump over there with you right quick. You gotta read it.
Come. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 12. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous.
For the what?
The eyes of the Lord are over the righteous.
The Lord is watching over the righteous, man. He is. You can believe that. If you follow these laws, statutes, commandments, the Lord is watching over you. The Lord, He hear your prayers, and you pretty much in a safe position if you live in a righteous life. And the only way you can live a righteous life on this earth right now is to be in this school and learn how to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. If you're not in the ISUPK under commanding General Yohana and you're not keeping these laws, you know what's such a damn burden be? It's like we learning from the captains and the generals and the brothers over us and things of that nature. Then you want to go out and you want to share this with your family. You want to share this with people that you care about, people you know, and they don't want to listen. You want to scratch your you listening, but you don't want to. It's like they can't, like the Bible says, if he who have an ear hear the truth, man. And there's so many of our people, man, out here that don't want to hear the truth. They don't want our loved ones, people that we care about, people that we meet in the streets. Man, listen, y'all got to quit thinking this is a game. This is not a game. This is a matter of life and death. Right. The Bible said, for the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life. If you think you're going to keep on doing the things that you're doing, living the lifestyle that you're living, celebrating this stuff, eating any kind of way, just acting any kind of way, man, you're going to die in your sins, man. Why not just go on and try something new, try something different? Come into this truth, man, and learn how to fight them damn demons off. That's right. And get your mind right. Go ahead, read. Started from the top.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 12. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayer.
The Lord is listening to the prayers of the righteous. Everybody, your pastor not righteous. Your grandmama, she did her best, but she ain't righteous. She started cooking them ham hocks and chitlins, and she, I mean, I ain't trying to be funny. I ain't trying to be funny, man. I'm being honest with you. I'm telling you the truth. You can't eat and do anything you want to do, and think the Lord listening to your prayers, man. That ain't how it works. Read.
Come on. But the face of the Lord is against them that do evil.
That do what?
Evil.
Come on, man. It's evil, man. It's evil. It's evil to break these laws, statutes, commandments in the house of the Most High. Go ahead.
If I could, sir, yes, this right here, I mean, this just a damn shame, Shalakia, because our people then sat up here, and when I say our people, these wicked Christian pastors then sat up here and led our people to believe that the God we serve is some soft God that sits there and laugh at you committing a small sin and like, oh, it's okay. Like, first of all, you telling the people that the law is done away with, which makes absolutely no sense. Because soon as you get to dealing with a Christian person or talking to a Christian, and you ask them, well, what is a sin? Well, you know when you do something wrong. So why are you walking around? You got these people walking around so confused, and I'm talking about elders that I should be able to learn something from. Okay. They so confused on talking about a sin is something that's wrong, but at the same time they walking around thinking that the law is done away with. Like, that is so much confusion that when you see older people, like, I remember real quick, we was at camp one day, and we set up for camp, and we started reading out of the Bible, and there was two elder people right there. They weren't even able to hear us reading out of the Bible. They was more focused on passing us a flyer to their church. While we reading out of the Bible, like it was like in the flesh, sir, watching a hypnotized person right in front of you. Like, here you supposed to know the Bible and all this. We reading out of the Bible, and you only concerned about giving us a flyer to your church.
Crazy.
And they were older people. I'm talking about like 70s, 80s.
Should they be the worst?
And they was just so in a trance though.
Tunnel vision.
It was tunnel vision. It was like, I'm like, no, I'm good. Like,
it's like, you know what's so funny about you bringing that out? One time I remember some Jehovah's Witnesses. You know what I'm saying? I'm out. I was doing something. And it's like they sending up there with I was passing out something, and they had their arms folded. They didn't, it's like they were just, it was almost like I was invisible. They didn't want to have nothing to do with it at all. But but you see them in 2s and 3s every Sunday, or no, every Saturday morning, walking around passing out their flyers, not ringing people down doorbells and everything else, man. You know what I'm saying? They got their women. It's like it's almost like I don't understand. I don't even know how to explain them. They just weird. They weird as hell with the way with the doctrine, whatever the case may be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. I experienced that, with some people like that before. And it seems like the older they are, the more stubborn they are. The guys, especially the guys, the women, they more. But the guy, it's kind of funny, man, that you brought that out like that. For real, yeah, but it's okay though, because the thing is, in the end, they'll be looking for the school. That's the thing. They will be looking for the school. Go ahead, read.
Come, verse 13. And who is he that will harm you if ye be followers of that which is good?
As long as you keeping these laws, statutes, commandments. See, that's the thing about the brothers in this school. We keep the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High, and we keeping the laws of the land. You know what I'm saying? We do not practice on breaking laws and doing all kind of crazy, wild things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? The Bible said, give unto the Most High what belongs to the Most High, give unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We do not practice breaking the laws of the land, and we definitely do not break the laws of the Most High. Read.
Come, verse 14. But, and if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye. And be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled.
And we're not worried about it, man. That's why we go out in groups, and we go out in like when we have camp or our street ministry or things like that. We doing the work of the Most High, and we already told you, when you do the work of the Most High, the Lord is with us. We the true body of Christ, and we know the Most High is with us. You know what I'm saying? We do not be sinning in the school. We're not sneaking behind closed doors,
right,
and smoking loud. We're not sneaking behind closed doors and trying to have sex with other men and women and doing all kind of. We're not going to strip clubs,
right,
and making Christian records and all this other stuff. We don't do none of that stuff, man. We keep these laws, statutes, commandments, man, to the letter, and it's simple as that. That's the only way you can serve the Most High.
That's right.
Go over to 2 Maccabees 6:1. 2 Maccabees 6:1. I think that's it. 6:1. Wait. No, I tell you what, we're gonna do that. I'm slacking for that. Let's go to Second Timothy 3:1. 2 Timothy 3:1, right quick. You know, right now in this society, man, it's like everything that people doing, it got something to do with the LGBT movement, or it got something to do with all kind of filthy, nasty music or filthy, nasty movies and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our people, our young people still getting super high off all this lean and these pills and this weed and all this other stuff. Our young women, it's our young women, man, they just not women no more. You know, they really acting like harlots. You know what I'm saying? They really acting like young prostitutes and dressing like young prostitutes. And for the life of me, I don't understand these sisters, man. How is it so easy for you to put on clothes so revealing, and when you go on the streets and an older man look at you or brothers looking at you, then you frowning and looking crazy and looking like you smell something and all that when you're drawing this negative attention to yourself. And if you are in a relationship, you shouldn't be going outside dressed like that, no way. Because you should be putting the man that you say you care about in harm's way. Because there's a lot of brothers out here that cannot handle a woman with a lot of curves. There's a lot of brothers out there that cannot handle the beauty of a woman, man. They just lose their damn mind. You know what I'm saying? And get all indignant and everything else. And it's just dangerous out here in these streets, man. It's not good we got to all be careful how we carry ourselves today, the men and the women, because people are very impatient. You got all this road rage going on. You got people just, look at this dude they looking for right now in Chicago. This man that went over there and killed a police officer still in his uniform and took his gun and his ID. You know, he's still running around the streets of Chicago right now. They ain't got him yet, I don't think. Go ahead,
No, so like they recovered the gun somehow. But that story still sounds kind of funny.
Good.
It sounds kind of funny. It's like I hear them pushing the narrative, but it sounds like it got a lot of holes in it still. Like it don't make sense that the guy that they looking for as the suspect, for him to do that, to come up with nothing. It just don't. It's not adding up.
Good.
It's not adding up that he just all of a sudden decide to unalive this cop and he didn't really do. He took a badge and a gun. Like that just it. They tried to make it look like it was a robbery, but it didn't sound like a robbery when you used to hearing how robberies really go.
Right.
Like it didn't sound like that. And who in their right mind would try to rob a cop in his uniform?
Right. That don't make sense, do it?
When they did that to that sister a few years back, they caught them guys within a couple of hours.
Yeah.
And you telling me that this guy right here, y'all can't find him nowhere?
And supposedly, I read something, a little article where it said they went to the house where he's supposed to have been at, and his cousin started running, and he the one that threw the gun over the gate. So it's like you said, it's choppy. It ain't adding up. But I guess sooner or later they'll come up with a ending story to it. But it's crazy. It's amazing. That's amazing to me that there's somebody walking around here. It's been damn near a week now. Like they didn't kill this man. They done had his funeral and everything.
They still the funeral, everything. They still ain't found this man, and it just don't.
I know he couldn't stay at my house. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't want to be a part of that. So somebody had him.
I doubt it though. That's what I'm saying, because like you just said, like who would hire a cop killer?
Yeah,
because you're going down with him.
Yeah.
So like, all for what? This was a uniformed cop.
Right.
He was a detective. Like it's not adding up. It's just not adding up, and hey, we shouldn't even be in a police force anyway.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
That's the whole point. Right.
All of us, anybody that's in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, the police force, detective, whatever you in, you need to get up out of there, take that uniform off, and come into the Isupk and help build up your own nation.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That'd be the best thing to do. Learn who you are. Learn how to speak your language, Hebrew. Learn how to protect your own people again, because it's like that Red Dog group. Majority of them, if I'm not mistaken, that's a black group. That's a black, like, off-branch police force, and they did that to that sister. That just showed that you're trying to love your oppressor. You can't love your own people. You can't. I wonder how do those young brothers feel over there when they go to the military and go to another country or state, and they killing all the people for this place. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I wouldn't do. Why? Why would you do that? And knowing when you come home, you not, man. Them people don't give a damn about you, man. They don't give a damn about you, man. Quit fooling yourself, making yourself think that. 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1.
Come. The book of 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come.
What will come?
Perilous times shall come.
Don't you think we're living in perilous times right now today?
Come.
For real, man. We're living in perilous times right now today, man. It's not safe. You got slack you. Forgive me for that. I mean, man, you got everybody that's qualified and able to need to go buy them a registered gun, man. You completely crazy if you could go and purchase you a registered gun and get you a FOI card and go get you some weapons to protect yourself. You got to be out of your mind not to. Now, the scriptures say even if you don't got one, sell the stuff that you have and go get you a weapon. Everybody else got them. Everybody. These little, man, listen, everybody got guns, man. And then when you go to these gun stores and see how, I went to the gun range, man, these other nations, man, they go into the gun range and them people learning how to shoot straight. They not going to be hitting everything. Right now, our young men, it's like it's an open season. They mad, they see who they want to shoot. They can be with they don't care who they with. The babies, the woman, the mama, they don't care who you with, they gonna blow you down. You know what I'm saying? It's like open season in the streets for young black men today. It's like that op thing. And it ain't really no such thing as no op, man. We all family. You know, but I get it. You know, you kill my brother or my friend. Now if I can't get you, I'm gonna kill the closest person to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who I see you with. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that, man. It's ridiculous out here. But go ahead, read.
Verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy.
Doesn't that sound like this young generation of today? Unruly to their parents, unholy, blasphemies, unnatural, and all that stuff, man. Everything that the brother bringing out right now in his precepts, that's what we see in our young generation right now today. The young men and the young women. This is the life that they're living, man, and it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, finish it.
Let me see. Lock you, sir. You want to
where you stop, where you leave off at?
I stopped at 2 at the end of 2.
Okay,
so you want to go into 3?
Yeah, wait.
Verse 3. Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent fierce, despisers of those that are good.
It's without natural affection. We seeing that everywhere. With the boys and the girls. We seeing that one. All this that the brother just brought out, man, we seeing it right now in this generation right now today. To be honest with you, it's like right now where we at. We in the latter part of Revelations.
Right.
The clock is ticking, man. It's almost over with, bro. You can think whatever you want to think. I can't predict to you when the Lord coming back, but looking at the way the earth is going right now and the way things are going right now, we're getting pretty close to World War III. You know what I'm saying? These China and these different nations, they sending out threats, letting America know that they about it. They want that smoke and everything else. They are not bagging down off of America right now today, man. And America, everybody looking at America as a disgusting place. It's the lifestyle and the way America is living and the things they're allowing in this nation and what's going on. Places like China, Russia, and all that, man, they don't have no respect for Biden, them, man. And they're not afraid of them people, man. And this place is about to go up. And if you don't want to get caught up in the middle of that World War III, you better hurry up and make your mind up and come into this school and learn how to keep these laws, statutes, commandments. I'm being honest with you, man. Seriously. Jump over to 1 John 5 and 3. 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. You get it, go ahead and read it.
Come. This is the book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
The Lord said his commandments, that keeping the law, statutes, commandments are not grievous, and they're not done away with, man. That's the only way that you can have a relationship with the Most High is to keep these laws, statutes, commandments and apply them to your life. What we're doing is not a religion; it's a lifestyle. Not eating pork, not eating all those abominable foods that everybody is loving to eat: alligator and octopus and tuna. We're not even supposed to eat tuna. You're not supposed to consume tuna. Definitely not this other nonsense that everybody got on their menus and things of that nature. We're not supposed to eat none of that stuff, man. And it's not hard to do. And if you really love the Lord, if you really want a relationship with the Most High and you want the Lord to look out for you and hear your prayers, you're going to have to stop going to them Christian churches. You're going to have to stop wrestling with your spirit. You got to stop trying to love America. America don't care about us. You know what I'm saying? America has been battling against us since we've been drugged over here. You know what I'm saying? People want to talk about people want to talk about what's the
Holocaust?
Yeah, the Holocaust and all this other stuff. What about that when he brought our people over here on them ships, man? You know what I'm saying? That's the real Holocaust.
Right.
Bringing millions and millions of black people tied up in chains and stuff over here on them ships. And the captain had brought out something that he was having a conversation, and I was just listening to him. He was like, imagine all them brothers and sisters down at the bottom of them ships tied up next to each other, what they were saying to one another. You know what I'm saying? What was going through their minds. You know what I'm saying? On the bottom of them ships being mistreated the way they was being mistreated, drug over into a land that they don't know nothing about. You know, man, there had to be some heavy conversations, man. Fear had to be thick as like you could slice the air with it, man. You know what I'm saying? You got these people over you treating you like you're an animal. Come on, man. And they still treat us like animals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got some clothes on your back and they not forcing you to go into their fields and work for free no more. You know what I'm saying? We should have land. We should have land. How in the hell these other nations come over here? They got little Italy. They got Chinatown. You know what I'm saying? You got Africans, they got a whole section up north. You know what I'm saying? They got us all on top of each other right here in these the ghettos of Chicago. Don't have nothing, man. Don't you know over half the wealth of America was made off the backs of our ancestors? Working for over 200 and 300 years, they working for free. Imagine you right now today get us 20 people, and we get all 20 of them to work for us for a whole year. We're giving them some room and board. That's it. We getting all the money. And now imagine 250 years go past, and we got 1,000 people working for us for free.
Right.
We're gonna get rich quick. America, the wealth of them, and North America is even more guilty as the South, because the people in the South was coming up here. Those slaves they was insured, so when they kill their slaves, they could get paid. They was getting financed to have those plantations down there. It was a whole business. The whole thing was a business. They got to the point where the South was getting so rich till the North they see where the South gonna be too powerful because they making too much money. Now here go the Civil War. It was an economic battle. It wasn't about freeing our people. It wasn't about because they cared about us. They wanted to free our people from the Jim Crow law, from being burnt alive.
Right.
Fed to alligators, raped, murdered, and everything else. It was a financial situation. You know what I'm saying? That's what that war and that battle was about, man. Seriously, our people, man, it's time for us to wake up, man, and stop trying to love these other nations, man, and stop trying to give your love to your own people. Stop trying to come up off of one another. Stop living a lifestyle where you don't have a relationship with the Most High. You're trying to love your pastor and give your pastor all your honor and your loyalty, and he leading you further away from the Most High. You know, you want to marry outside your race. The Lord don't want us doing that. These pastors, a lot of these pastors, man, they are wicked as I don't know what, and they don't know how to judge sin. They sin for themselves. Look at TD Jakes. He taking pictures where Puff Daddy they laying all on his shoulder and stuff, and all this other nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to insinuate nothing, but I think there's a lot more stuff gonna come out in the near future about that. I'm being honest with you. It's about to blow up, and the Lord, and the reason why I believe that because I know the Lord is taking the sheets off of Christianity,
right,
trying to wake us up and make us realize that ain't nothing but a lie. That we don't need to be in Christianity. We don't need to be in Islam. We don't need to be in these Catholic churches. You know what I'm saying? You need to quit thinking just because your mama took you to church all your life while you was living. We grew up in these different churches and stuff. That was the right thing to do. Because I'm telling you, it's not. It's the only way you can have a relationship right now in today's society is to come to the school and learn how to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. It's vital and important that happens. Go to go to John 14 and 15. That what we just read. You see what one more time?
The book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
That is the love of God. If you want to know what true love is, what real love is, how to have a relationship with the Most High, is to apply His law, statutes, commandments to your life, and don't act like it's a burden. You know, it's not a burden to quit celebrating these holidays and stuff.
Right.
It's not a burden to quit eating pork. It's killing you anyway. It's killing you anyway. It's not a burden to not celebrate your birthday. It's not a burden to not believe and read the zodiacs. It's not a burden to not go to fortune tellers and all this other stuff. It's not a burden to not acknowledge all the things and the traditions of man and follow the traditions of this society and turn your back on this place and turn back to the Most High. That's the choice that you have. Either keep loving this society and follow them behind their traditions, or turn your back on this place and turn to the Most High and give Him your loyalty and your love by keeping His law, statutes, and commandments. That's what we have to do, man. Go over to John 14 and 15 right quick.
Come. The book of John, chapter 14 and verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
The Lord said what?
If ye love me, keep my commandments.
The Lord said, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments, man. The Lord wants us to keep His commandments. He don't want us to keep doing what we're doing and living the way we're living. He wants to follow His law, statutes, and commandments. Go to 2 Corinthians 14 and 33. 2 Corinthians 14 and 33. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff. First Corinthians 14 and 33. Salaki. The Lord is not behind a lot of the stuff that's going on in this earth right now. You know what I'm saying? People want to say that just because actually every drug all the drugs on the planet, it grows up at the earth. The poppy seed, that come from the heroin, come from the poppy seed. The coca plant, that's a plant. Marijuana, that's a plant. But all this stuff is for medicinal purposes of what doctors can extract certain chemicals out of it and use it for medical purposes and things of that nature. We're not supposed to be using that stuff for recreational purposes, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just because weed grow from the ground, and I don't even think they're smoking it that grow from the ground no more. They growing in fish tanks and stuff now, and all this other kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. It's just, you need to stop it, man. It's a sin. Putting any kind of smoke or any kind of anything like that in your body is a sin in the eyes of the Most High. Seriously. Go ahead, read.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 33. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints.
So that means the Lord ain't got nothing to do with the LGBT movement. They ain't got no business. You know what I'm saying? If you're a man that's saying that you're a woman, you are an abomination in the eyes of the Most High. If you're a woman and you putting on men's attire and things of that nature, you are a sin in the eyes of the Most High, and you're an abomination. The Lord does not have nothing to do with that type of stuff. The Lord is going to kill you. That's why you think people catch AIDS, people that live in their lifestyle, majority of the time they catch AIDS and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? That's a punishment from the Most High for living their lifestyle. Go ahead, Art.
And that's so heavy what you just said, because, okay, you live in this alternative lifestyle, and then you catching this horrible disease behind it. So how are you catching the disease if the Lord is with you and you're lying on this is what's so horrible, that you fix your mouth to tell a lie on the Lord, as if He made a mistake creating you in the form in which He wanted you to grow. Right. Like, that's what's so horrible. And then when you catch this disease, and I've seen somebody die from this. I've seen this disease chew this person up, and it's like, what Lord are you calling for? Mm-hmm. It's, again, these people have jacked us up mentally. We are so jacked up because you're doing something, catching something from it, and the only thing you could think to say to yourself is, you know, people should make sure they haven't protected sex. Like, what are you talking about? This is not normal It's not a normal way to live. And then the people that's in the same lifestyle he was in, they watching him die from this. Like, this don't make you want to change.
Right.
Like, you can't compare this to gang banging and violence in the street because it's totally different.
Right.
It's totally different because it can or it can't happen.
Or black oppression.
Or black oppression.
They for some reason, I don't know.
Right. You can't compare it. This is an actual fact of knowing that if I live this way, this is actual what's going to happen. At least with gangs, it's still room to get out.
Good.
But this way of life that y'all choosing, y'all go so far up in it that you speak such evil things out your mouth against the Lord, and then you wonder why. I even heard a guy living that lifestyle say he don't want this for his own child. What does that tell you?
And you know, it's like, you know, they got a commercial out where they're saying you can take this certain pill, a person that already got the virus, he could take a pill and he could just have all the sex he wanted and he ain't gonna pass it. So, you know, it just show you how disgusting this place is that we live in. Not to mention that our kids are under attack. You know what I'm saying? You want to act like that's a alternative lifestyle or choice. It's a choice, all right. It's a sick choice, and it's an abomination in the eyes of the Most High.
Right.
There's not nothing normal about it. You know what I'm saying? Just because I can sit up here and say that, I mean, just because you call your dog your baby, a woman to call your dog her baby, that don't mean he a baby. I mean, I mean, you don't even like who you are, so how you gonna force me to accept who you are? You know what I'm saying? You don't even care, but you a man, but you don't even accept you don't even want to accept yourself as that, but you want us to accept you as who you say you are. Get out of here with that nonsense.
Exactly.
That don't even make sense. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, and for the society to accept that stuff, it just show you that which way they headed. The Lord is going to destroy this place. The Lord is going to wipe this place off the face of the earth, and I pray and I'll be glad when He do. I don't care about this place because I know it don't care about me. You know what I'm saying? For real, go ahead.
No, but Salaki, what you just said a minute ago was so heavy that they come up with a drug to fool people and to believing that they can't pass this on. Like, if you such a righteous and good person, why are you contracting this? Who are you contracting it from? And why does a drug got to be made to disguise this is what you carrying with the intent of really continuing that lifestyle? And then you're going to pass it on to people. Right. Like you just said, the kids on attack, you trying to force us to accept you and you don't even accept you. Right. It is totally insane. It is so insane. And I mean, we like that movie, the Walking Dead. Like, that's really what we in right now. We really in it, but we just can't see the face of we in it because we hide our mind, we alcoholics, we brainwashed with all these different religions, so you can't focus and really see. But up in here, we can see. We can see exactly what's going on, and we not running around here asking, man, what's happening? Right. That's y'all in them religions and out there doing all kind of stuff that's asking, man, what's happening? What's going on? I don't understand it. Like, we know what's around the corner. Right. And you got people in these schools that's teaching our children, they got degrees. They done been, you know, they supposed to be, you know, intelligent people and stuff like that. You got the average teacher out here right now today, man, and they accepting that lifestyle and acting like that it's normal. Right. You know what I'm saying? Acting like a child. And look, Dwayne Wade. You know what I'm saying? This little boy just doesn't. I mean, that little boy out there bad, man. And this man is pushing it. This man is allowing that stuff. I don't know if he. I mean, and the wicked woman that he got. You know what I'm saying? They supporting this stuff and all that stuff, man. Somebody need to sit that young man down and make him realize you are a boy. You are not a girl. You're a dark-skinned boy that need to put on some Jordans and some jeans and a nice shirt and go out and get you a girlfriend.
You know what I'm saying? You running around here trying to get you a rod stuck up your butt. You know what I'm saying? And all this other stuff. And this world is so confusing right now today. And what we just brought out a little while ago, the Lord is not the author of confusion, man.
Right.
You can't live that lifestyle and think you going before the Most High and He blessing you and He love you and all this other stuff. The Bible say God hates sin and the sinner. That's what the Bible say, man. The Lord ain't condoning all that nonsense, man. Y'all, these pastors done messed y'all up to a point where y'all believe in all these lies. You just going for all kind of lies and stuff like that. It just don't make no sense.
And Shalak, if I could real quick, I wouldn't be surprised that in the near future when Dwayne Wade's son take that man, he gonna take that dark road trip and he's gonna hate his father. He's gonna, when he comes to the realization of what he's been allowed to do to himself with the support system of his father, he's gonna hate himself.
Good.
And he's gonna hate his father. He really is. And for Dwayne Wade to stop the mother from trying to prevent this to happen, brother, it ain't no amount of money that's gonna be able to save you from the heartache and pain that's to come. Because how could you, like you just said, how could you as a grown man sit there and just destroy your son?
Right.
How could you do that? Comfortably, like just destroy him, and then telling yourself it's his choice to be what he want to be. It makes absolutely no sense, man.
Not at all.
It makes no sense, and that just shows you having money don't mean you happy.
It sure don't.
People post all them jokes and said, "Man, give me the money, I'm gonna be happy." That's a lie. Having a bunch of money is not gonna make you happy, especially if you're not in this truth.
That's right.
You see all this stupid stuff going on. You see Rick Ross and Drake. Y'all got all these millions of dollars to blow on stupid stuff, trying to go against each other and embarrass each other. When a lot of that money y'all blowing, man, y'all know how many black people y'all could have helped, man. Put some food on their table, man. Put some clothes on their back.
Build some neighborhood.
Right. I don't want to hear nothing about what you're doing on the oppressor's holiday for nobody. What about being real? Stand up and be a real man, man. I don't want your money. Right. We good up in here. But it's a lot of people in the community, man, that look up to you cats. That y'all look down on them, man, like they nothing. And they sit up here, man, and they play y'all music with so much pride, and they feel like they're so much closer to y'all. Well, meanwhile, man, cats like y'all don't even give a damn about the people.
Sure do.
You just want to show up on some oppressor's holiday with a bunch of turkeys and a bunch of bags of Pampers and say, "Look at me, this is what I'm doing for the people." Right. It's all a lie. It's what it is, man.
Well, let's read Matthew 15:3 right quick. That's heavy what you're bringing out, but you guess what? That's also in the prayers. The Lord said, "Let the wealth of the wicked come into the house of Israel," man.
Damn
right. They may look on and enjoy while they can, because when the Most High come back, it's going to be over with.
15:3.
Matthew 15:3 right quick.
Come on. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15 and verse 3. But he answered and said unto them, "Why do ye also transgress the commandment of God by your tradition?"
Your traditions, man, all the things that y'all celebrating out there today, outside of the schools, as far as these holidays and birthdays and everything outside of these law, statutes, commandments, you transgressing the commandments of the Most High with your traditions. You sin it against in the eyes of the Lord, and He hate and despise that nonsense completely, man. It's not innocent. You're doing it to please your children because you was raised that way, but our parents and our people didn't know better. But now you're hearing the truth. It's time to raise the child up in the way that he should go, like these children being raised in the Isupk.
I'm right.
You know what I'm saying? And stop lying to your babies and tricking them and raising them up in the wrong way. We're gonna close out with Ecclesiasticus 12:6. We'll close out with that one. For all of y'all that think that it's innocent and you think it's okay and you're not hurting nobody, that's to sound extreme and all this other stuff, or we sound like we crazy and all this other stuff. We don't know what we're talking about, and then it's all fine. because in the end, you're not coming up against us. You're coming up against the Most High. We're just telling you what the Lord said, and the Lord said that you transgression His commandments by keeping the traditions of men. And you're not serving the Most High. You don't have a relationship with the Lord when you go into that Christian church and you get down on your knees in front of that pulpit, in front of that big old wooden cross, and you praying. And look, the Bible even said that when we come over, when our people, our ancestors got brought over here in North America, that we would serve other gods, even wood and stone. And it's, when it say wood and stone, it's talking about the Christian church, and it's talking about Islam. You know what I'm saying? Christianity and Islam is not for a so-called black man in America or a black woman, the 12 tribes of Israel. But the most important thing that we need to be trying to do is learn how to turn back to the Lord by keeping His law, statutes, commandments. And if you're not keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, go ahead and read that out.
Come. The book of Ecclesiastes is out of the Apocrypha, chapter 12 and verse 6. For the Most High hated sinners.
The Lord hates sinners, man. I know a lot of y'all, I've never seen that precept until I got into the school. I'm being honest. And I used to read the Bible quite a bit. I never ran across that precept. The Lord hates sinners. So for your pastor to tell you that the Lord, He loved the sinner but hate the sin, he don't know what He's telling you. He need to be taught again. Your pastor really need to put that Bible down and come to the school and learn how to serve the Most High.
Right.
Shut his goddamn mouth, because he ain't nothing but a lying, greedy dog that's tricking God's people out of all their money. You know what I'm saying? It's like a brainwashing thing with the religion. They're using the Bible to brainwash God's people and deceive them out of all the money that they can get their hands on. That's what your pastor doing. A wolf in sheep clothing. That's going to get what he got coming to him. So we're going to close out with that one. This is the Israel School of Universal and Practical Knowledge under command of General Hana. Man, I'm Officer Ron, here with my brother, Officer Carver Carr. We're going to get back with you guys next week, man. And hopefully we don't have no more technical difficulties. But as of now, man, shalom. We out of here.
Okay, so just the sound.